we have studied something about the Milky Way galaxy and the universe, everything. And the galaxies are the combination of planets, moon, stars, and other things. Here, one after the other, we'll look at. First, let us look at how is the moon and how it is oriented, what about the moon. Here, one thing is to be remembered here, satellite. Satellite is a body. Satellite is a body which revolves around the planet in a fixed orbit. So here for Earth, moon is the only natural satellite of Earth. That means moon revolves round the Earth. Earth revolves round the sun. Here in solar system, how Earth is revolving around the sun, that's the later issue. Here as far as moon is concerned, moon is the natural satellite of Earth which revolves around the Earth in a fixed orbit. And one more point you need to remember, this is our nearest neighbor in the universe. So the very nearest neighbor for the Earth in the universe is moon, because its distance is around 4 lakhs kilometers from the Earth. That means when you are looking at astronomical distances, so we'll look at what does it mean by an astronomical distance. Astronomical distances are the distance measured between planets, stars and all. Interplanetary distances are generally measured in astronomical units. So what is the corresponding unit and all, we'll see. Here 4 lakhs kilometers is very minimal when compared to the astronomical units. That's the reason moon is going to be the nearest to the Earth. And coming to the mass, mass is 1 by 100 times. That means moon is smaller than the Earth by 100 times. That is, Earth is approximately 100 times bigger than the moon. So moon is revolving round the Earth. The motion of the moon around the Earth means, if I suppose this is going to be the Earth here, the moon is revolving round the Earth in a circular orbit. It's in a fixed orbit. So this is going to be the moon. And here is the Earth. It is revolving around the Earth. So anything that revolves around the planet is called as a satellite. So moon is a natural satellite of Earth. And coming to the distance, it is nearer to the Earth. And also coming to the mass, it is smaller than the Earth, which is around 1 by 100 times. And moon has no atmosphere and no water, because the gravitational pull on the moon is very small, that is approximately 1/6 that of the Earth. That is the reason atmospheric particles can never be retained on the surface, near to the surface of the moon. They escape. That is the reason they don't have, moon doesn't have any atmosphere on it, and there is no water sources also on the moon. And when you look at the picture of the moon, its surface is covered by the pits, mountains and valleys. That means it's a rough type of structure. It's not a smooth surface. You have number of pits, mountains and valleys. And one more interesting point you can look at the moon is, it's a common experience for us. Whenever a moon you observe in the sky on a new moon day, nothing is observed, and when it comes to the full moon day, it is perfect. A complete moon is observed on the full moon day. That means when you are moving from new moon to full moon, the moon takes different stages. These stages are called waxing phase. Waxing phase means it is filled. So a meniscus type of moon. So this is the meniscus. A smaller curve is called as the meniscus. So this form of moon is becoming bigger and bigger, and gradually on full moon day you can see the complete moon. So these different phases are called as the waxing phases. And again after full moon, it is gradually decreasing, and again you will be getting a new moon. That means no moon is observed. In that case, this is gradually decreasing, and that is called as waning phase. Waxing phase, that means increasing, waning phase is decreasing and finally disappears on new moon day. And the time duration between the one new moon to the other new moon or one full moon to the other full moon is going to be 29.5 days. So this is the different stages of the moons, you can say. So the key points what you need to remember are: moon is the only natural satellite of earth and it is nearest neighborhood for us, and its mass is around 1 by 100 times. That means it's very smaller compared to the size of the compared to the mass of the earth, and the distance is around 4 lakhs kilometers, and moon doesn't have any atmosphere on it and no water, and its surface is made of mountains and valleys like. So these are the key points which you need to remember about the moon. And coming to a star, sun is a star. Sun is also a star. Sun is one of the stars, and a star has the high energies in terms of the hotness as well as light. And here a star is a huge spinning celestial body. Celestial bodies are moon, stars, planets, all are celestial bodies. It is one of the celestial bodies, and here the stars produce heat and light because they are full of very hot gases. That means what is the energy of the sun? Because of the nuclear fusion, there is a process called nuclear fusion. By means of that, the lighter nuclei are fused together, forming a heavier nucleus by releasing the energy. That is the reason stars have energy in them. And since the gases in stars is very hot, they have some heat energy also. So stars produce heat and light because they are full of very hot gases. And sun is the nearest star for us. So coming to the stars point, sun. Coming to the satellite point, it is moon. So sun is the nearest star. And here the distance is about 15 crores kilometers. But such a huge number generally we don't represent with kilometers. We represent astronomical distances in terms of the light years, as I said. So 1 light year. So here I'll just look at what does it mean by a light year. Distance travelled by light in 1 year. Distance travelled by light in 1 year. Distance travelled by light. Distance travelled by light in 1 year is called as light year. Such a big thing, because 3 into 10 power 8 multiplied by 365 days, that you convert into the seconds, you will get a huge number. And generally you are measuring these distances in terms of astronomical distances in terms of the light years. But for the sake of convenience, I am writing this in the kilometers. It is around 15 crores kilometers from us. And since it is the nearer to earth, since it is closer to earth, you can observe the sun as very bright and also very bigger. So every day, day to day, we are observing the sun. So different colors of the sun, different intensities of the sun, all you can easily observe because it is the nearest star to us. And generally this is a very general case. Every time whenever you look at the bright object during the day, you think about the sun only. But next to the sun, we also have other stars, namely Proxima Centauri and Alpha Centauri, the next to the sun. These are the other stars which are nearer to us, but generally we don't come across these things. Sun you can think of which is nearer to us. So sun is a star. So stars have their own energies both in terms of the hotness and the light. So this is how the moon and star can be analyzed.